We are here. Jenna Love.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you so much for doing the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, the first thing I want to ask is that I offered you a delicious macaroon. I mean, allegedly, and you said you couldn't because you're working.
I've got shoots in like 6 weeks. So
okay. So what kind of shoot is it?
A little bit of porn.
All right. Well, I've seen your porn. You don't do a little bit of porn, by the way. Those penises are for Halloween. Those things that chase me around. I'm going to throw Tootsie Rolls at them. Who are you? Because I worked in the business.
Okay.
So I produced girl on girl porn in Los Angeles a while ago, mainly for like hotels, but it was still a triple X, but it was girl. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, I'm like a guy who is losing his hair but has a comb over. You know what I mean? I'm like, no one can tell. No, you can't see the spot. So you're working for.
So I have a shoot with Pogged. They're out of Miami in the beginning of December, and in January I'm working with Dog Fart, which I'm so excited about.
Dog Fart?
Yes.
Who are Dog Fart?
You never heard of Dog Fart?
Yeah, they're pretty aggressive.
Are they pretty rough?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's modular.
They are. Yeah, that's what they're known for.
Hold on. So Pog, for those of you who don't know, and for those of the 7 of you who aren't masturbating, that's fat ass white girl.
Yes.
Okay. And so when you are doing a shoot for Pog, I'm assuming it's going to be a lot of ass play and is it scripted this stuff? Because I'm on your OnlyFans. So but I mean it's not.
Oh God, now I'm embarrassed.
Well, I mean, okay. I jerked off to you, which is weird because you're a girl. I got through it. Don't worry. Yeah, wouldn't kill you to grow a cock though for some of us. But so when you're doing this for this Pog shoot, just walk us through the process.
Okay, so the only companies that I've shot for this far are Brazzers and Reality Kings.
Okay, sure.
So I don't know anything about these other companies. Okay, but I don't know. Do I just fucking show up and fuck? I'm not sure.
Are you represented by an agency like an OC Modeling or
Independent?
Yep. So I'm Reality Kings. I'm Brazzers. Mm-hmm. How do I live you? Other than with both hands.
Right.
Okay.
Hey. So I actually interviewed with Brazzers, whatever, a year and a half ago, and then they just fucking put your information in a pile. Okay. And producers
interview though, like how does that work?
Right?
It was Zoom.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Right?
Yeah, exactly. On a dick, you're hired.
It's sort of like, will you do this? Will you do this? Will you do this? Will you do this? Yes, it's a very much yes and no interview.
Okay.
So it's basically like girl, boy, girl, blow bang, that kind of thing. Exactly. All of those things. Did we come across something that you won't do?
I won't do anal.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Why is that? I'm just curious. I mean, I know why I wouldn't do it because
I'm actually an anal virgin.
Really? Wow. No kidding.
Yeah.
Interesting, because is that a standard thing for a Pog is to actually not have anal in those scenes? Because I would think if you're doing fat ass white girl stuff, that would be in the mix.
I don't know. I don't think so.
What about licking your asshole?
Fine.
Okay.
Just don't put anything in it.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Jeez. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
All right. So it never even occurred to you that it might feel good, like in your private life?
Well, here's the thing.
Go ahead.
I've had things up there and I fucking hated it. So I'm saying,
like
my finger hurts. I don't want to fucking dig up there.
What do you mean, like a share in Orlando? What have you had up there?
Yeah, I don't know, fingers.
Okay.
Finger.
And
like a very small toy.
But you didn't like it.
No, I didn't. And listen, all my girlfriends, I have one girlfriend that is not head over heels about anal.
Really?
Right. Like they all love it, but everybody's like, "Oh, you have to get over the initial pain." Fucking thank you.
No,
I don't fucking want to.
I don't need like a gestation period for a sexual act.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. Right. So yeah, even like a toy. Also, I don't really get like I was kidding before, as you could tell with my I'm totally sexual. I mean, $20, $20, but I don't understand, because I think the vagina is such a marvelous thing.
That's what I always say. It's perfect.
Yes.
It's right there.
It's like, why do I drive past that? It's like, why do I? It's like if I'm going to a supermarket, why do I drive past it to go buy apples at TJ Maxx?
It's a fucking mental thing for guys. They like the taboo of it. I'm not supposed to be this because
it
doesn't feel like pussy.
No.
Period.
And it also, it's like a stadium. It's very hard to get in there, and once you get in there, it's like there's nothing after the ring.
General admission.
Yeah, it's GA.
Yeah, GA.
Floor seating. Right. Yeah. So I don't need to fuck the spectrum. So So when you are, do you think that, did they ever push it on you?
Nope.
No pun intended. Did they ever go like, hey, this is something that you would, because I feel like it's way popular, right? It
I'm
seems
sure.
Yeah, but I mean, like when I see, although we've had a girl in this show. Sorry, I'm a little horny. I keep hitting this thing. So we see. No, there's a girl that did the show. Her name's Nicole Aniston. She's a very sweet girl, nice, and she's only done like one anal scene. And she won't talk to me ever since, because I tried to put my balls in too while we're here. But it doesn't really, I think it's interesting because it doesn't affect her career, but she's very much known for cream pie.
Yep.
Do you do cream pies?
Absolutely. That's
Absolutely. That's your favorite?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Oh, tell us.
Well,
Tell
first
us
of all,
about cream pies.
it's my number one requested.
Okay. Why do you think
scene.
that is?
I don't know. Fuck, I'm not a man.
Feels
I don't know
good,
why
I
the
think.
fuck you guys want to see that shit?
But I mean, when you say requested, who requests it?
My fans.
Okay. So your fans will go on your OnlyFans or Twitter or social media, whatever, and they'll go, Jenna, we want to see more cream pies.
Yep.
Okay. And when you say, I've always wanted to know this, and I feel like I should know this because I am 31. Shut up. And
Me too.
does it feel good to have somebody blow a load in you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I've heard.
Yeah, right.
Oh, don't be coy. Don't be
just-
fucking coy. What
I
am I,
know.
chopped liver?
She just pushes it right out this one over there. I
Oh,
said, don't
boy.
waste it. But
Into
so
a
then
champagne glass.
when you do you ever have like, how is there ever like cream pie play, like meaning somebody blows a load in you and then like they lick it out? Like, is it get that dirty like the scenes you do?
I haven't done that on scenes yet, but in my personal life, yes.
Okay.
Scenes like I've had them like dig it out of me with a finger and make me eat it and stuff. Like,
Oh,
yum.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But in my personal life, yeah.
No kidding. Really? Now, are you single?
I'm single.
Do you like being single?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I just got out of like a sort of like a relationship. Yeah,
Okay.
It wasn't great.
Was it-
It's very hard for somebody to deal with work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's two things to this because I had an ex-girlfriend of mine, the dancer. She worked at Scores. And the thing is that she and I didn't care. Like, not that I didn't care, but like, you have to understand, if you're dating somebody who's in this industry, then you have to understand that like it's their job.
Right.
But there's also a thing where, and you can't resent the person for doing it. The problem is that if somebody's doing this, like, you seem like, I just met you and I've jerked off you a couple of times. Sorry, but like,
I'm flattered.
yeah, exactly. You're right. Right. My t-shirt agree. Right. Exactly. Right. Ooh, camp time. But when I when you seem like you're having fun with it. You don't like, look, you're doing this. It seems like you're unless you're really compartmentalizing what you do, you seem to enjoy it, and you seem sexual, you seem fun about it. There are some people that don't like doing this,
Right.
and they hate it, and that's going to, number one, be reflected in their performance, but also in their private life. So, so if you're with somebody, I don't know what the situation was, but if you're with somebody who is jealous and doesn't resent you then they would probably resent you if you worked at fucking Costco. You know what I mean? Like it almost, to a certain extent, they don't want to see you having joy. I'm kind of throwing
That's a
it.
good way to fuck. You know what? I'm going to use that in the future.
Go
You don't want
ahead.
to see me having fucking joy.
Well, you have tits I could get at Costco. Look how big those things are. Jesus Christ. Now,
Get
your
line 3 times.
nipples pierced? I can't remember.
No.
No. Not into that whole thing?
I mean, I've had my clip pierced before. Let it close. I've never had my nipples pierced.
Just like, huh? Just like wouldn't even, I don't know. It seems very dated at this point.
It's very dated.
Yeah. I once fucked a girl and she had her vagina was pierced 4 times on one lip, 4 on the other, and 1 in the hood. It was like fucking a shower curtain.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot of, and she looked like the most normal girl. Like I pulled her underwear down. I was like, whoa, cancel my 3 o'clock. Thank you. No, there's a lot going on. You know what I mean?
The only time I
it's too
experienced that,
much.
she was like a school teacher.
Really?
Yeah, and she had
Did she
I
use
want to
her-
say 3 clip piercings. And when I put my hand down there, she said, "Surprise."
Wow, look at her.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, well,
Uh-huh.
I've got a D for boner. Shit. I didn't.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm autistic. So you took it out and you let it heal. And do you have tattoos?
I have 13 or 14.
I don't see any.
Right.
They're all kind of.
Yeah, you have to find them. They're very.
I probably wouldn't. I mean, can't
Yeah.
take that long. I mean,
Can you see one?
Can we show us?
Yeah, sure. As long as it's not like a.
Is there one
What do you have?
handy?
Do
There
you
you
have
go.
a-
Oh, look at that. How cute is that?
Yeah, I got little cute tattoos. Where
Yeah,
am I
right
going?
across. Yeah, right.
Jenna
There's your
Love.
camera right there.
You have your own. You have your own name. Let me see. I'm pretty blind.
Yeah,
Let me
it's
see.
Yeah.
with the cursive.
Oh, that's cute.
Is that seriously how close you have to get?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a long thing. It doesn't. I don't know. I'm like Harvey Blindstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so you have. You know, it's interesting. You know what I keep seeing now, which is freaky, are face tattoos.
Oh, it's very like
It's coming on, man.
It's very just sort of
It's-
mainstream now.
I
Yeah.
feel like it went from being like something you'd see at a circus to like Cardi B,
Right.
Yeah, it was like a gutter punk or maybe like a cholo or
something like
Yeah.
that.
yeah, now it's just like
No,
everybody's
it's
starting.
not quite there yet, but I used to know
Mm.
this when I lived in Los Angeles. I knew this gay guy who had a barcode on his forehead, and he said if you ever go to Ralph's, which is like a supermarket out there, he goes, if you get that thing, that
No.
clicker, and you do it on his head,
It's a
he
what?
said it'd come up, his name and phone number comes up. I said,
Stop.
bullshit. So we went to a Ralph's. I said, we're going to a Ralph's. I don't believe you. We went to a Ralph's. He was a little wisp of a guy. He was like a PA on stuff I did. And he was like, excuse me, like we're like 8 items or less. I'm like, I've got like one Monster Energy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, whenever we buy this, can I borrow that thing? And we were like, click lunk. And sure enough, there it came up.
Please scan my twink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you scan my twink? Right. Yeah. It was, I cannot even believe it. So okay, so you're working with somebody. Do you know who you're working
I
with?
don't. I have no idea.
Do you have a criteria for people that you won't work with? Like in terms of if you showed up and the guy was like a big fucking mess, like a big fat guy, gross, with that, just like it's works, whatever.
You know what? I don't think I've never thought about that just because
Okay.
I don't think that any of the companies would.
No,
That's
you're,
not the male talent that I
no,
know.
you're right. You're
Yeah.
I
right.
feel like I've
Where's-
seen
where
a
the fuck is that
few
male talent?
scenes from Dog Fart, and
No!
I remember because it's called Dog Fart because you're not going to forget that.
Big fat guys?
And no.
Oh.
I want to say they were like good-looking
Oh,
Yeah.
gentlemen. No,
Yeah.
nobody stuck out as being weirdos.
Would you mind
so,
giving me a headshot
listen,
of mine?
Yeah, right.
Right.
I think they're good-looking gentlemen.
Can I tell you the problem that I'm having with porn right now? There are too many fucking tattoos. Like I cannot even leave it. Like even Nicole Aniston, who she must have loved this because I actually left her a voicemail. I was like, I was on her OnlyFans and she's fucking some guy that has so much ink on. Because here's the thing: when you're watching porn, you want to sort of think that it's you,
Of course.
having the sex
Yep.
with the person. Well, if the guy is covered in like neck tattoos and up here and over here, I'm like, listen, it's like something out of a.
But that's
ahead.
got to be her content, though. Like, I can't think of any like porn stars
Mm.
that are tatted like that. Was that personal? Like
That was-
only
that was-
for
There's
content?
a
Right.
few. There's that one guy.
Go ahead.
Small Hands. Do you know
Oh,
Small
yeah,
Hands?
tattoos.
He's got tattoos all over it. There's another guy named Evan something. I forget. My
Seinfeld.
girlfriend is actually one of her favorite
Oh, I don't know.
porn
I do
stars.
know Small
So
Hands,
it's
though.
tattooed. But yeah,
I don't think Small Hands is working anymore, or very
Oh, really?
rarely.
All right.
Very rarely.
He's a really nice guy, and we
Yeah.
we hung out when
Why did-
he was doing a show, and then I was like, I couldn't see a scene with him in it anymore.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no,
I don't,
yeah.
Right,
bu-
right,
I don't
yeah.
believe this. He's like a real sweetheart. I don't believe that he's
Yeah, he's
dominating her.
It's very funny because I love when I used to work with the Tara Patrick and all these girls, and I would do all porn. I would do stuff with girls.
That was
so
when
like
porn was porn.
that was when porn was porn.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
Those were the days, my friend. I thought they.
That's the day of the porn star.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I got that. I was in the ninth inning of all that. Like I was there at the very sort of end of that. This
Yep.
is about 13 years ago. But but it was great because when I went home, I was like, oh, let me look up like all these Maya Luana, all these girls I work with, and I'd be like, oh, I can jerk off all these girls now. It's fun for me because I've met them and we've all kind of hung out.
Now
so
we
I
have
can,
a relationship.
like
Mhm.
guy, yeah,
Now we're
exactly,
dating.
right. Now I'm parked in front of their house, jerking off into my hand and licking it out, as one does, right? And but then like got like we used to hire. There was this guy Barrett Blade, who's a porn guy who. Oh, that's my coffee
That's your
machine. Sorry.
dishwasher, right? Or
No, the coffee machine.
coffee
Sorry.
machine? Is
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
making coffee?
It's just grinding. It's doing a
Oh,
cleaning
okay.
thing. Sorry, folks. All right, yeah, it is, folks. You know those Italian espresso machines. But I used to hire Barrett to do all of my directing, and once they hired him, I could never watch him
Right.
do scenes anymore.
Right.
It was like a guy. So I want to hear my funny Barrett plate story. This is pretty funny, I think. So the first time I hired Barrett, I was living in an area of California called Westlake Village, and I said, "Look, just come to my house." He lived down the valley in Woodland Hills or something. And I said, "Come to my house." And a lot of one of the things about porn actors, and you certainly don't seem like this, but they tend to take themselves pretty seriously, kind of like when you hang out with professional wrestlers, which I've also worked in that industry, and they tend, because they know everyone's seen them naked,
Right.
they tend to have a little bit of a thing about it, which is unnecessary and it's a shame. But so Barrett shows up at my house and he's got a Hummer 2, and he's got a sideways Ed Hardy hat and a vest on and ripped jeans.
Maybe Von Dutch.
Yeah,
Did he have
True
a Von
Religion.
Dutch
Yeah,
jacket?
and True Religion
Trucker hat.
jeans,
Yeah.
and a big chain for his wallet, and he
Jamie Kennedy.
he comes to
Who's
my,
that?
and he's very muscular, and I've seen him work, so he's got a big dick. I mean, I'm not by the way, I don't give a shit what the guy's wearing or anything, but he comes to the door. I've got on shorts with wheels on them and a Lacoste shirt. And I go, "Hi," I said, "Come on in," but he's got this drink in his left hand, and I said, "Hey, what do you?" I was red. And I said, "What are you drinking?" And he goes, "A Crystal Light." And I said, "Yeah, that kind of ruins the whole look." I said, "You come to my house looking like an extra from Sons of Anarchy, and you're drinking." I said, "What do you believe in? You?" I believe in Crystal Light because I believe in me. And I knew he got upset with me because he thought I was making fun of him. And I said, "I am," but I didn't realize I couldn't. I don't know.
Right,
I'm from the comedy where you can kind of.
Yeah, we bust balls.
Hey, we buzz balls. Hey, Adam, nice height. What are you, short?
Yeah,
what
what
are
are
you
you-
there, girl? I got him
Hey,
good.
somebody grab this guy an apple box or
Now-
something.
Have you ever danced?
Yes, I started dancing.
Okay.
I've done.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, let's do
Take
it.
us through that. Early, Jenna, go.
Stripper.
Okay.
So where'd you work?
Oh God, where?
But are you from Connecticut?
Yeah, I'm a Connecticut girl, but I worked all over the country.
Okay. So let's start at the very beginning of have you always been in adult stuff?
For sure.
Okay.
Yep, I started stripping when I was 18, but
But you better say 18.
yeah, 18. It was when I saw this. I was born to be in this industry. I just remember when I was 12 or 13, and finding my dad's Playboys and Penthouse.
Okay.
And going, I want to be that.
Sure.
She's beautiful to me. That I want to be that.
Okay.
And
so at 18, someone usually with dancing, did you start off waitressing? Did you just go in one day? Were you sexual as a teenager?
I was sexual as a teenager, but flirtatious, tease sexual. I didn't fuck until I was 18, but
Okay.
I was a fucking cock tease.
Okay, that's
I was fucking cock
I feel like
tease.
that's great for
Yeah.
being a dancer.
oh my god,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know what's funny, because whenever when I watch porn, I always hate when they say to the girls "How did you lose your virginity?" Because it's never a good story.
Right.
And it's never anything you really, number one, I don't really, listen, I'm a fucking stone cold pervert. I don't really want to think about some girl fumbling around, breasting her, getting her hymen broken.
In the
I just,
backseat of a fucking car.
yeah, exactly. A car, someone's doing well. Excuse me. Right. I got fisted on a moped. Pardon me.
I'm from Connecticut. Come
Yeah,
on.
you are, exactly. Where were you in Cobb in the back of a
Probably a
country
Volvo
squire?
Station.
Yeah, exactly. A Volvo XC90, right?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Turbo.
Yeah,
Something
having
turbo.
a watercress sandwich and cucumbers. Oh, someone's
Love
put.
it.
You're like, "No anal, please. I'm going to the club later." Right. Don't come on my tennis skirt. So 18 years old.
Yep.
You are now out of high school.
Yep.
Okay. You decide, I've always been enamored with, looking like this and this industry, whatever it is. I'm going to jump right into it. So how does that happen?
No, it didn't. It didn't
Okay.
that's not the story at all. I was
Okay, well,
actually, so I went to the University of Kentucky. So
What? How'd you get it?
Down there.
I have family in Kentucky.
Okay. Is that Lexington?
Lexington.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
And I was actually didn't come home for the summer. I was taking summer classes. So you get to stay on campus during summer classes. And one of the fucking girls, I'm like, she was
Oh.
beautiful.
Okay.
I'm like, damn, she's always coming home late, blah, blah, blah. So I went into her room to talk to her, and there was she
This
had
is I'm sorry,
fucking
this is a dorm?
singles. Yeah, a dorm.
Okay. Dorm.
She
Okay.
had singles all over the
Big
place.
stack.
Okay. Right.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
gotta be.
Right.
So just talking to her, and that's why I started.
What was the name of the club in Kentucky?
Oh my God.
Was it like the Confederate Cunts or something?
No, something fucking stupid. Diamond.
Yeah, right. Always something like
right,
standard,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So
Lace.
you,
Diamond Club. Who the fuck knows? I don't remember.
now you are very, very like you're a juicy girl. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, I'm gonna say, you know what I mean.
There's
Like
no bones about it.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to freak you out, but if I was single, I would try and fuck you. But I don't want to freak you
Oh,
out. But,
exciting.
yeah. Please.
Pearls
for
that
me,
clutch
yeah.
them.
I would be
Yeah.
offended if you didn't.
For me,
Yeah,
foreplay
she
is
was flattered
apologizing.
that you had jerked off.
Yeah,
to
no,
her.
I am.
Yeah, no. The amount of antidepressants I'm on, if you could give an erection to me, my God, I'd be like, pick anything off the wall, give her
Right.
something from the top rack. I'd be like the
Challenge
world's,
accepted.
yeah, the world's worst carnival trick, right? You're like,
Mhm.
I'm like, wow, I can't. Believe
Right.
last time I had a hard on. Kanye West wasn't an anti-Semite. Good.
What, the 90s?
So you ended up in. So you go to the club. You go with the girl. Did she bring you
Yep.
in? So you said to her, "Listen, bitch, I know the story with all these singles everywhere."
Yeah, and you're
And-
fucking coming home at 2:00 in the morning.
Right. She's like, whatever do you mean?
Yeah.
Whatever do
what
you
What are
mean?
you excusing me of here?
Right.
So you went to the club,
Yep.
and then
you
you
declare.
right. Why, saints be praised, you northern Yankees.
She was a designing
Yeah,
woman.
yeah, right. Say that. I shall never tell you all my secrets here. The climate has grown most cumbersome for me. So you go with her to the club.
Fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Was it like did they say, okay, like how are you on the spot? Because you're gorgeous, especially for Kentucky.
Yeah,
Jesus
I was
Christ.
fucking 18. I wasn't thick then. I was skinnier. Yeah, they're like, come on in,
Yeah, right.
college girl. Fuck
Okay.
yeah, of course.
So-
sure.
What are the rules in Kentucky? Is it bottomless, topless? Like how does that work?
Oh, was I naked? I don't remember.
I think
God,
it's the
this is a
same as
fucking long
here. I
time
went to
ago.
one in Louisville not too long
I danced
ago,
in Louisville,
and it was, I believe, it was topless with liquor.
topless with liquor.
Yeah,
Maybe.
okay.
Well, I may have seen a
I
vagina.
danced a lot in Louisville.
Did you really?
Mhm.
Okay.
So you started off at this place. Did
Yep.
you immediately someone who was athletic already, like pole work and that kind of shit?
No, I never did pole work. Not a pole girl.
Okay. So
Not a pole girl.
you show up first day.
Yep.
You're there. You're tripping over the spittoons everywhere
Yep.
and the bales of hay and everything. So you show up, and then did someone
barrels
have
of
to?
burban.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Right. Corn
I
liquor.
think they probably dance on top of barrels.
Yeah,
of bourbon.
exactly. Right. A lot of fiddle play.
Right, sure.
Right.
Yep.
You ever went down to my pussy?
Yeah.
Fire up the dulcimer.
Yeah, right. So you show up, and then they just say, and they kind of go, okay, there's a house mom, you pay the fee, and then like you're kind of off to the races.
Yep.
Okay. How long were you got your sea legs? Meaning, did it take you a long time to figure out like how to? Because you're
Yeah, no, I hated it.
okay.
I
Mm,
hated
didn't
it.
like it at first.
No.
Didn't take to it.
I didn't take to it because everybody was so good at it.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm wearing fucking church shoes.
Church.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Okay.
Fucking hated it.
Oh.
So
yeah, I didn't love it.
did anybody take you under your wing
Nope.
like a Gina Gershon from
no.
Showgirls?
Showgirl with a heart of gold.
No.
No. She's like, honey, I've been around these parts for a fortnight times 100. You gave me a Hawaii.
No, and I'm from the fucking Northeast. They didn't like me anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
nobody understands
Yankee.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The war of northern aggression
Right.
coming down here, taking all slaves. You're like, whoa. I'm just trying to fucking get to the night
Just
here.
wanna
What?
make a couple
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did the customers love that you're this blonde Northeast girl? Like you must have been no.
No.
So what time did it click for you? And we're talking about
No, I left in what so
Maybe it didn't.
it didn't in Kentucky.
okay.
So
so you're
I
in
actually-
Kentucky.
right,
You
so I'm in
finished school
Kentucky.
down there or
Nope,
whatever?
I came home.
Okay.
Missed home, came home,
Okay.
started school up here.
Okay.
Crazy story. I was in one of my
You want to
classes.
tell us crazy story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just so fucking ironic. I was in one of my classes and we were like introducing ourselves, had to tell the the class what the fuck we did.
What kind of class was this?
Elementary education.
Okay,
101 or
like
whatever.
physics?
Right? Yeah,
Like,
right.
right.
Elementary education.
What are your loves? What are
one
your
of the
desires?
right? One of the
Weird.
fucking girls was like, telling about herself. She's like, and I'm an exotic dancer at night.
Oh,
Bingo.
there you go. You went right over to her.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did
And
she?
that's when it clicked.
Did she look like?
that's when it
Did she
clicked.
look like an exotic dancer?
Hell no, she looked like a school teacher.
That's smart.
Yeah.
But when she got at
Then
work, and
When I
these-
let
saw her
them
at work, I was
shake the
like,
hair out and then-
Well,
yeah.
not
but-
everyone walks around like you know what I mean. There is a bit of a
Right.
Batman, Wayne Gibbons. What the fuck is
Yep.
that?
Sure.
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. That was her
Wayne
for sure.
Gibbons, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So you go to
That
the
man,
club.
Wade Newton,
Yeah, right,
that
right.
whole thing.
Wayne Brady, right? Exactly. White people be like, so you
Uh-huh.
go to Connecticut. What was the name of the club in Connecticut?
The catwalk.
The Catwalk. And what part of town was that in?
New Haven.
New Haven. Oh, yes. I remember when I was at Yale. I remember the old.
Yeah, it's right down the street from
catwalk.
Yale.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We used to joke. We'd say, "Want to go to the catwalk? It's a perfectly
Yeah.
good time."
No, it literally was right down the street from Yale.
Is
Okay.
that
Love
right?
Silver, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you show up there.
Mhm.
Now, what's it like dancing in New Haven at the catwalk? Meaning, a lot of brothers in New Haven.
Not at the catwalk.
Not at the catwalk.
Not the
Okay.
catwalk.
Okay.
Not at the
So
catwalk.
you show up
Mhm.
and
I just
you-
had like fresh tits. It was
Oh,
great.
fresh tits. What do you mean, freshly done?
Yeah.
So I thought
Freshly
we talked off
minted.
camera. Those are okay. All right. They're now
Wait,
they're now
hold
they're
on.
fresh tits in there. We're
Yeah.
squeezing them in. Okay, but no nipples, rings in there.
No nipple rings, no nothing.
Okay.
They're old.
Just
They
fresh
look good.
tits.
Yeah.
Just fresh, steaming hot.
Yeah.
Just out of the tit oven,
Right off
as it were.
the line.
Yeah, right, exactly. All like
Yeah.
buffed and everything, ready
fresh
to go.
tits. I walked in. They're like, the DJ was like, "What do you want to dance under?" I'm like, "Star." He's like, "How about Jenna?" I was like, "Sold."
Wow.
That's
Why,
the story.
why is he like the guy from Star 80? Why is he
Right.
like
I don't know. But I
Jenna?
was like,
Hey.
he did well. He did well. I'm still
Yeah.
friends with him actually.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Coming to the main stage. He's like, Star doesn't
Yeah.
work. I'm not
He's like,
saying
"No."
that.
He's like, "How about Jenna?" I'm like, "Okay,
Okay, right.
that's a plan."
Imagine if he was like Rupert. You're like, you know what? I'm not. Let's go number 2.
You know what's
Jenna?
crazy with the fucked up
Gertrude.
thing?
Yeah.
That was not to date myself, but that was around the Jenna Jameson days.
Sure.
And when
there
she
you go.
when she came to the club to feature, I had to fucking change my name. She
Oh,
wouldn't fucking let
no.
anybody in the club be Jenna.
What a bitch.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh,
And
you're
she was
both
ripping
cool.
her hair out in the fucking dressing room because she was.
She's crazy, right?
Well, she at that time she was.
I think
now.
she's still pretty crazy now. I mean, I don't really know much.
Yeah.
It was weird because she really had I don't want to go on a tangent here, but like she had a moment where she was like, she could really pivot out of like the industry. Not that you want to pivot out of the industry.
Yeah.
We all are very proud of your work with
Yep.
dog tits or whatever you're going to be doing
Yeah.
next week. But she just, she was just like that gay designer. I mean, by the way, Lainey is Spencer. Lainey's here. She's not on camera, but Lainey
Lainey's
is a
fine,
legend in the industry, and we're just saying hi to her. She's not on camera, so she's waving. She's and the light. She's
Where
writing.
she is.
She's writing a love sonnet to her husband right now. Right. Lainey's like, what rhymes with hard cock? Dirty sock? Okay, let's just go with that. So she really, it was interesting when someone like that is like presented with sort of like the keys to the city and just completely fucks it up. So
Drugs. You
it
kinda-
was drugs.
Mm.
Yeah. So now you're at the catwalk.
Yep.
You're not a pole dancer, which by the way, I got to tell you, I don't give a fuck about pole dancing.
Me either.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
I can appreciate the athleticism of it.
Sure.
Right. Me too. Same.
But,
I don't want
like,
to see it at a fucking club.
It doesn't
Mhm.
matter.
Yep.
You
Nobody,
go,
and
there
I-
you go.
and I feel badly for the girl because like nobody is there to nobody gives a shit. And I also feel awkward about that because she's trying so hard. She's
Right.
flipping around
You
up
will,
there.
you will tip for it though, right? I mean, I
When she
find
comes
it
down, I'm
impressive.
like, what am I going to step ladder? I
Yeah.
can't. I
Well,
mean,
you
it's but yeah. I mean,
It's hard work and it looks great.
it
but,
is
like,
impressive.
I don't know.
but-
and I'll tell you, a
Bring your tits
cesarean
over
scar upside down looks the same as when she's the other way.
Mhm.
But like, so
Mhm.
you're not. So what? When you're in a see, here's the thing about a girl like, and I'm going to get a little pervy here. So
Yeah,
just
no.
hang in
I
there.
like it.
Thank you. Oh, don't say it. Do
No, I
not,
do.
do not
Just
open
about-
that box.
Just
with-
about to get perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Adam, hold my balls. No, so I love a lap dance. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, so to me, you look like a girl that probably very early on realized with that jumbotron you're carrying around behind your.
No, I didn't have it when I was thin.
So what did
Oh,
you?
I was
Darn.
teeny. I was like 115.
Oh, darn.
What did you find? What did you rub a magic lamp or something? Like what point? Well, we'll get into when you
Yeah,
found your ass, but like so. But if you're not doing pole work, then why were you successful in the club? Like, were you a good? I see you as a girl in the VIP room that could let things go a little farther.
For sure. I was definitely a naughty girl in the VIP room.
Let's get into that. What do
Oh,
you
we
think about-
love a naughty
we
girl.
love
Yeah.
a naughty girl.
We-
I
we
was
always
a naughty
say-
girl in the fucking lap dance area.
We
too.
always
Okay.
say.
So
Gotta get him to the champagne room.
yeah, well, but it's
Yeah.
hard that if you've already blown your load. You're like, I don't want to go. Can I get a sandwich? Is
Yeah.
there? So you're in the. What do you think? Let's just go like this. What's the most outrageous thing that's ever that you've ever done in the VIP room at a club?
I mean, I fucked.
You fuck somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Right, like on the right, like not at the catwalk, but as I moved to other clubs, yes, like on the regular, that was the champagne room.
really,
For sure.
Wow, that sounds like
Wow.
fun.
Mhm.
So would you now and again? I'm not judging here.
Yeah.
Was this bareback here and there once in a while?
Like all because I not knowing any better, just being young and
Wow.
yeah.
You would
yeah.
just let it go. So I would go to the VIP room with you, be $100, $150,
Yeah.
whatever it was, and we would start fooling around. As a guy, I would be wouldn't even know. Well, I guess I wouldn't know to initiate that. So at a certain
I
point,
initiated everything.
wow.
Yeah.
So you really like that honey legitimately? Like,
No, I like money.
you like money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, there be,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sure there's a monetary exchange.
Well, I mean, at some point for sure. So
Yeah.
you would say that, okay, so it would be like this. We're back there. You get me to where I'm like frothing. My dick is hard as algebra. I'm just right there. And you're like, look, this is your lucky day, sailor. I will let you fuck me. It's going to be X amount of dollars. And at that point, the guy probably is like, yes. And I also am wearing a Rolex. Would you like that too? Like, and that kind of thing. And so you make that monetary exchange. And then you just fucking stick his dick in you and you ride him. And then there you go. Right?
Something like that.
Sounds
A little
good.
simpler.
Even simpler than that.
Yeah.
Was it like caveman? You're like, oh, pussy.
Like the champagne rooms, my champagne rooms was $1,000. There was no bargaining.
So you already did, the money already happened outside of.
Yeah. So it's $1,000 whether I fuck you or not.
Oh.
To get in.
So by the time you're in the champagne room, so for the $1,000, do I get to fuck you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. So then I've already paid the grand, but but even if but what would I don't know that? Some
And you
don't.
don't.
Yeah, I don't.
Wow.
I think you probably don't, right? Is it? Maybe
don't,
that's
yeah.
part of the fun too.
Yeah.
I've never
it's not
negotiated
like-
with an erection,
I'm gonna
but
say
it
that I
sounds like a
fucked a lot.
thrill.
I sucked a lot of dick in
Sucked
the
a lot of
champagne
dick.
room.
There you
Okay,
go.
good
I
Yeah.
for
sucked
you.
a ton of dick in the champagne room. I
Yeah.
didn't fuck that often.
No, here and there.
Like
Yeah.
super regulars. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And,
Wow.
and what people don't, because I've also worked in the strip club industry for a long time, and like what girls will do, and I mean even right now, that's how you make the most money is you build your regulars,
Right.
and then they'll come through and you sort of book champagne room time. So,
Yeah. I was never on the floor. There was
Wow.
ever.
yes. For example, like the Penthouse Club, which here in Manhattan. Did you ever work there?
No.
Okay. Big whorehouse, which is fun.
I love it.
Right, Lainey
Is it
knows.
really?
Yeah,
Sign
yeah,
me
yeah.
up.
Well, look, let's be candid.
Sign me. I've got browser scenes. Will they take me?
Yeah, they'll take it. Yeah, why not? Listen,
I miss it. I
I'll
miss
walk-
dancing a lot.
I'll walk you around town, baby. Don't worry. You want to have steak for dinner, bitch? Let's go. Shit, absolutely. I'm the Upper East Side pimp. Let's go.
They
Absolutely.
call you Cavassier.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but like for example, at the Hustler Club place where I worked for many years, I did the marketing and stuff. And but you go in there on a Saturday night, and the club will be more or less empty, but there's private rooms going all the way back, and those rooms would be booked with girls. So so that's how it goes. So now here's a question I always ask girls that do adult stuff: what about privates?
What do you mean?
Privates, meaning I'm in the club with you.
Yep.
I'm having a great time.
Mhm.
I'm staying at the Hyatt. Like after work, you want to come hang out?
Oh, well, I'm an escort.
Oh,
So I went. This is how it went. And it went stripping, escorting, porn.
right. Okay.
All right.
So how do you make the transition from stripping to escorting?
Well, I was already a naughty girl in the champagne room.
Right.
So
It's not. Is this the question? But like, what about like? Okay. Well, I
You
guess I answered my own question. I guess. But
Mhm.
well, did you have an Eros or something? Did you have like online presence?
Yep.
Okay. So let me guess. $1,200 an hour,
Yikes, we're guessing the
right? Maybe
Price
Is that
point.
not at
crazy?
the beginning.
Not at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta work
Lainey's
my
doing
way
the
up.
high sign. You going up like this? More?
You know, now I've got browser scenes. So,
Okay.
Wow.
So you're still doing. Yeah. Yeah. You have cred. Yeah. You have cred.
Yeah,
You have
right.
cred.
You're a
Although-
draw, like you
Yeah.
know, like a comedian or a
Yeah. Right. So you're the.
Yeah.
sure.
Yes, you're the Jim Gaffigan of cream pies. I understand. Right. So hold on. So are you on Eros right now? Or
No,
something-
I just don't use. I do have escort ads up, but I just don't use Eros anymore because they're really a terrible company.
Okay. They are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, but you use, so now, okay, good. So now now you've gone from obviously GFE because you're a nice girl.
Mhm.
Okay. GFE, but then also PSE.
Oh yeah,
Right?
she's a porn star experience.
No, I want to say there's this
Right?
huge fucking controversy
Uh-oh.
on sex worker Twitter right
Blow
now.
it wide open.
What
Uh-oh.
PSE means? I'm old school. PSE to me means fucking anal.
Oh.
Oh, PSE.
No, that's like back to Greek. I thought that was
Yeah, right.
But
Are
right,
you Greco-active?
PSE.
baklava
but
sex.
this is like
Baklava.
10 years
Spenakopita.
ago. 10 years ago, if a girl advertised she was PSE, it was fucking anal.
It was
So to
anal.
me, PSE is
Oh.
still anal.
No, that's porn star experience.
I
would-
think
Yeah.
well,
would-
for you, because PSE is an acronym, porn star
Yep.
experience. So I would think anal would just say anal. Like I feel like
The girls don't like to do that.
Oh, they don't want to say that. Well, they
Yeah.
call it Greek, right?
Yeah. No, they call it now. They call it VIP.
VIP.
Um,
There's a little velvet rope.
VIP, because they don't like to say Greek either.
so
The
exhausting.
velvet rope to get
Why
into your
don't
you-
anus,
Why
right?
do they want to say Greek? Who cares? What's the big?
Because like they don't want to fucking be called prostitutes either. They're
I get that. I
companions
get
now.
it though. You know, you want to kind of flower it up a little
Yeah,
bit.
they want Florida. They make it
Yeah.
fancy. They got
Make it
fancy.
fancy.
Greek sounds nice. You go to Athens, you know, you have a
Sure.
little
Right.
baklava. Maybe you,
Right.
you sit in the Sardinian Sea. You know,
Yeah.
it sounds romantic to me.
You know what?
Sure.
I do have a trip to Greece on my website. It's $50,000.
Really?
Is that right?
Yeah.
That must mean anal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if a
So
guy
that-
takes you to Greece, you got.
I think she's being.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I do have a trip to
Mm.
Greece on my website. I forgot
Sure.
all about that.
What about
It's
if I just?
almost like you could start like a bidding war, maybe. For
Well,
Yeah.
so hold on.
for
So
her,
you.
anal.
What about a trip to see community college do a performance of Greece?
All right.
Tell me more. Tell me more. Is it in your asshole?
A regional theater production.
Oh
of
my
Greece.
god. Oh my
Hey,
god.
Sandy.
You do me, I'll do you. Oh my god. This is
Whoa.
unbelievable. We're gonna have sex all day long in my asshole. Oh my god. Now you pegged guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not my thing.
No. Who do we? The girl that another one of Lainey's friends came on the show. Yeah. She loves pegging.
Yeah.
Sure does.
That is her deal.
Yeah.
She pegged me on the way out. I didn't even ask.
No, it was nice. I was like, you came back in the room, you were like
Yeah.
all wet. I'm like, how you?
She
You're like, I
does
don't want to talk
she
about
does-
it.
But she does a peg hello.
Yeah, she
is
does.
What she does.
She I wore her father's nipple clamps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Fun.
interesting.
Yeah. Now I like those long nails of yours.
Oh, they're very short right now.
You go even longer. Let me see your hair for a second.
Super,
Let me-
like double-
let me
double
feel you
the
up for a
length.
minute. Your skin's so soft. Oh wow. You know
Ooh
what?
la la.
Boy.
Shut up, everybody. I'm trying to make it happen.
He's fingering me.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yes. Well, it doesn't smell like a trip to Greece, that's for sure.
Right.
But so you okay, so on your website you actually have like a trip, and that's like a euphemism, obviously.
Yeah.
So if you want to pony
And
up
there's a
50
whole, description of.
why did I not see your website? I'm on your OnlyFans.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'll have to do a little time. See, the
Yeah,
thing
what-
is, like, I found, I found a video of yours that I thought was really hot. It was some video where you were like bent over, and it was like before, it was like a BTS, which is behind the scenes.
Yes.
And there's
Christian
some-
Triple X. I know.
Some
what you're
guy
talking
just
about.
came behind you. I mean, obviously you knew the guy. It wasn't like at a bus stop. But the guy came
Yeah.
behind you and just started fucking you from behind, and it was like before the scene.
Yep.
That was nice.
Yeah, that
Enjoyed
was fun.
I was like, all right, well, that's
Yeah.
good. She seems like a fun gal.
Sure.
Let's call Lainey. See what we get her in. Let's get some macaroons and make this happen. So on your website,
Yeah.
it's 50 grand. Now, how do you currently have regulars like now? You have
Of
like
course.
sugar daddy types kind of things.
No sugar daddies, just escort regulars. That
Escort
mostly me.
regulars.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want a sugar daddy.
No, you know, it's a pain in the ass. I've never,
Yeah.
I've
Well,
heard
I
nothing
think
but.
keep
Thank
it
you.
kind of cut and
Yeah.
dry. I
But
feel like
still,
is good.
if you see an escort regular, say 3 times a month,
Mhm.
it's kind of like a sugar daddy in that you can at least depend on the money.
You depend on money, yeah, but 60 minutes, you're fucking out the door. Not sugar daddy. Fucking call you whenever I feel like
Right.
it.
Oh, no,
Dinner
right.
tonight. Fuck you.
And I will tell you this, like with my girlfriend that danced,
Yeah.
the worst part about dancing isn't the dancing, isn't the blowjobs, isn't any of that. It's listening to some guy talk about how his wife has Parkinson's and like you got to sit there, and like
I know you guys haven't had sex in 15
yeah,
years.
it's like
Yeah.
so boring and like yeah, your boss is an asshole and you should have got the promotion and
Yeah.
right. Do you think this is cancerous? Some mole on his neck?
Right.
You're like, I don't know. Go to a clinic, buddy. I'm just trying to blow you in the VIP room.
Not
Like,
me. I'm like, uh-huh.
now
Yeah.
Well, you kind of have to be,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's when, and you always see those girls when you go to a strip club. They're always sitting next to some old guy, like on the bar. They look like they want to kill themselves. Like there's just some, because we like Gallagher's. I was going to shout out.
Gallagher's 2000.
We like Gallagher 2000.
Yeah.
It's in Queens. It's way. You're
Have they been around for a very long time?
a
Long time.
million years.
Long time.
They've been around for so long. When
Is
they
it
opened,
BBW girl?
2000 was
A
a.
BBW girl?
They've been
Are
around.
they all because there's a
No.
there's
no,
a
no,
strip
no.
club in Queens that's I think all BBW.
Oh, you're thinking of Sugar Daddies.
Adam's there right now. That's all.
I'm there
Adam-
in spirit.
No,
right
sugar
now.
daddies is not BBWs. Those are girls with
No, it's not.
BBLs.
Well, I mean,
That's
it
the
depends on
new-
what you
oh,
consider
okay. Yeah.
BBW.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a place with all
Like-
BB dubs in
See,
BB
Adam loves
the
black girls.
true definition of BBWs. Yeah.
Adam loves big, fat black girls. That's what
Okay.
he loves. He does. I'm not even fucking making
Yeah.
it up. Like
one
that's
specific one. Hello,
Yeah.
honey.
the one he's with now. He's a girlfriend now. Yeah. Yeah.
No, she's fun though.
She's
She
great.
Would, she would be
Chocolate
uh,
Thunder, he calls it.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Is she a
So-
New York girl?
She is Queens.
Okay.
She's from Queens.
Yeah.
Good for
She
you.
grew up in a BBW club.
Did you know that
She was
Lane?
raised in a BBW.
You know that
club.
Lane Bryant has a Lane Bryant. That's where he met her. He met her at Lane Bryant. He met her at Double Lane
No,
Bryant.
she's not. She's like, she would be like small, maybe small BBW.
What's her
Not
trick?
quite.
Yeah.
Butt done.
no.
She's got her butt done.
No, she wants to get
Okay.
the BB. She wants,
Yeah.
but she's like very. If she got a BBL, it would be fucking fantastic. Because
Yeah.
she's already
Yeah,
very
yeah.
shapely and has like a small waist. But
Yeah.
so I'm all for it. I'm like, I'll pay half.
But hold on, you're
maybe.
doing Brazilian. Which cheek?
Yeah,
gonna pay
right.
half. Hold on, but you're saying Brazilian butt lift, not
Yeah.
a butt implant.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't. You
No,
wouldn't
yeah.
need.
Suck the fat out and put it in the butt.
Yeah, just a transfer.
Yeah.
What they do with the fat? I'm not even being
You
funny.
take,
put it in your
it's,
butt.
It's the perfect crime, Brian.
Okay, go
We
ahead.
could get it done because they take it right out of the place where you don't want it
Mm.
and put it right in your tuchus.
I take my little belly and put it right in my
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
Yes.
I couldn't get down the street.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, Gallagher. Have you ever seen the commercial for Gallagher 2000?
Mm-mm.
Will you pull it up for her while we talk
Let's
about
see
it?
if we
commercial?
can. Yeah, let's see if we can find.
Where does
I'm
it
sure
air?
it's on.
It's
It's
NBC?
on.
okay. So Lainey would know this. Lainey, I don't
Yeah.
even know. Lainey, would you at some point come on the show and just talk? Okay, good. So we'll get you on the show and we'll talk about exactly. And the Champaign room, you're actually well known for. Jenny's like $100. You can do whatever you want. Let's go, baby.
You guys ready for this?
But Gallagher 2000 is in Queens and.
Aliens.
Alien. Just,
They're speaking alien
yeah.
language.
And,
Oh, the girls look hot.
well, it's a commercial.
Well,
There
this is
those
also
aren't real
from-
aliens
That's
either.
there's some hot ladies, and the thing about that, it's a whole
It's an ecosystem.
It's like the United Nations. It's everybody.
So it's
Yeah.
Gallagher 2000. They should sponsor the show, but they're
really
out
ought
in
to.
Sunnyside. I don't know.
Yeah,
Queens very well.
Sunnyside. They
Yeah.
want to say
But you go
37th
out there
Street
and you go there during the day. There's no cover during the day,
Mhm.
and it's funny because it's kind of like West Side Story because you have all of the Hispanic girls and the older white guys come in there, or white guys go there for the Hispanic girls,
Yep.
and then you have all the Ukrainian girls and that side, and all the Mexican and Ecuadorian guys come in there for those girls.
Yeah.
So it's like a you know.
Is it a whorehouse though?
And, well,
I don't.
No.
well, maybe. I don't.
Okay.
Here's what they've recently transitioned from. It's called the Bruce Jenner Cafe. No, what they did was they don't have lap dances anymore. So now what they have is you go in and they have poles and you have to sit at the bar. Although the Ecuadorian guys in their Pac-Man hats, they don't sit at the bar because you have to do dollars and dollars and dollars.
Yeah.
And actually, you know what? Like that ends up being like $50 an hour.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like you know what I mean? Like it ends up being a thing. So but you know, Adam and I are learned men we're financially very solvent. So we cash in all of Mother's laundry quarters.
Sure.
And
we hit the Coinstar and
yeah,
then we go to Gallagher.
exactly right. And we want to buy a PlayStation 2. I got one controller.
Dirt
It's
cheap.
real good. Yeah.
Dirt
So
cheap.
you sit there, and then the girl will come around and then talk to you, and then it's very low pressure. Okay, I mean sometimes, although there's this one
Can be a little pushy.
can be a little pushy, and then they go upstairs, and it's I believe I've never done this because I'm very happily married, but it's $100 for 15 minutes.
It's actually kind of nice now. They just basically it's like it's bulk. It's Costco now,
Yeah,
right? You can't
yeah.
buy the $20 lap dance. It's
Like
$100,
upstairs
but
for
it's in a
nothing.
private little.
It's a cabana.
15
Yeah.
minutes, but how much does a club get of that? That's what I need to know.
I don't know. I don't know
I-
the economics.
Yeah.
Of it.
I don't feel like anybody is making any money at that place. I have
Really?
never been there
That's
when it's
$400 an hour, fucking privately with me.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
well, yeah,
Oh, not even because the club's getting some of that.
Oh, sure.
It-
I'm sure.
Yeah,
that they're-
fuck
I
that.
don't really again I don't understand the economics of
Yeah.
it. I like going during the day just because I'm kind of a weirdo, and it just kind of like it's fun to just be there just by virtue of just because it's nobody else is really even in the place, and it gets busy at night.
Yeah.
And I do believe, listen, I think strip clubs, not unlike porn, provide a very real service to
For sure.
to people in no uncertain terms. And so this place, but you go upstairs and they're like these cabanas and you go in. But I do think in these little 15-minute cabanas, a lot can happen for that $100 in there, or some guys are really bashful and they just don't know any better. So I think it's kind of up to whether or not it's got to be like the guy's got to be like, all right, I want this to happen, but it all sort of happens in that.
Yeah.
In
The
that
girl's got to be wheeling and dealing in there too.
One time I saw a girl run out really quick and grab a stack of napkins.
Right.
So I think that kind of tells.
Well, there you
But
go.
I remember that they
Yeah.
were having cheesesteaks.
They
And
were.
that's what that
They
was. So,
were.
yeah. It was just there was just Velveeta everywhere. That's what that was. Yeah. So there's a lot of I think there's a lot of
They were
hand
doing
jobs.
fondue in there.
Yeah. There's
That's
exactly.
my kind of club.
Yeah. You like hand job clubs.
I like dirty clubs.
You like I like dirty
Oh,
clubs
God
too,
bless
just because
you.
it's a
God
different.
bless
Yeah.
you.
Because and here's the thing, all
Like I don't
clubs,
like. Give me the fuck out of Scores. I
All
can't even
cl-
fucking touch you.
all clubs
Get
are
outta
dirty,
here.
by the way.
Well, yeah.
What I'm saying by that is like it's just more money. Like Sapphire down here,
Mhm.
like Sapphire is a whorehouse, which is fine, but it's a $10,000 a night whorehouse. It's just that's what that is. And believe me, I live on the Upper East Side, and I'm not going to betray any confidences, but I know a lot of guys in the neighborhood
Yeah.
that you can zip down there from this neighborhood. You go down to Sapphire, you can jump in a Champaign room and get out of there in an hour in the time that you've gone to pick up a pint of Haagen-Dazs at the at the deli, and that's what you've
Had an
done.
orgasm.
Yeah.
Had an orgasm.
Look at that.
Yeah, exactly. So it is a thing, but I do love. That's why Queens is full of these sort of like, and some of the girls are legitimately beautiful. I mean, some of them are really, and frankly, in a club like that, like you don't really want the white girl in a club like that.
Right. Is it running?
In which club?
American, I mean, at Gallagher's. Like, there's
Gallagher's. Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know what town has the worst strip clubs in America? Los Angeles. Yeah, because
I've heard that.
yeah, thank you. There you go, Lane.
Everybody's like,
we should fuck or something.
wants to be,
I'm just kidding. Yeah, because everybody nobody okay, you're what I would describe as like the happy hooker, right?
Yeah.
Which is that's Xavier Hollander, right? And so, but LA, it's like people move to LA because they want to be like an actress. They want to do this. They want to do that. So they're kind of like they're working a club like sort of under protest. And if you ever want to get like a lap dance from a girl who's like trying to give you a screenplay, it's just depressing, like that's kind of what it is. Or they're like, hey, oh, you're in comedy? I'm in the Groundlings. You're like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to come in my corduroys, please. Can I just not?
I hate LA anyway.
Yeah,
It's
LA
like,
blows.
I fucking can't stand LA. I fucking hate it.
No, great drugs. Okay, great weather. But the rest of it is just it's not.
I hate it.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
an East Coast girl.
and it's hard to articulate what you hate about it. I agree with you.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're fucking weird.
Yeah.
I think it may be less down to earth.
Maybe
People, maybe that was
yeah,
my
I just
kind of thing with it.
I don't
It's just
vibe with West Coast people
No,
in general.
it's just douchey. I don't know, and I hate that I say that because I'm like, who the hell am I? Like, I'm not the coolest guy in the world, but like,
right. Well, I'm glad you're saying it, not me, but I co-sign with what you're saying.
yeah. Have you ever worked out there?
No.
No?
Oh
Really?
no, escorting.
In,
Yeah, I escort.
No porn?
Now,
I mean Vegas. I shot
Vegas,
my
is that
brother's shoot. One of my brother's shoots was Vegas. I love Vegas though. I like Vegas.
Okay.
I fucking hate LA.
Yeah, well, yeah, Vegas isn't like a real place. You know,
Right.
It's like. Although, do you have any fun Vegas stories?
No.
Really?
No.
What's that mean? Just like
No, because every time I go out to Vegas, it's for work.
You
Like
just
I
go to
never
work.
go out. I never hang out. Any of that.
You ever hooked up with any of your male talent outside of work?
No.
What was that about? What you can talk?
Wait, we should talk. We should ask
No.
because we like porn.
We like porn.
We dabble. If there's any like male talent that you've worked with that you enjoy, that maybe we have you worked with J Mac?
I have not worked with
Okay.
J-Mac.
Now, hold on. Sounds like
He's
we're
really one of the name.
Yeah,
J-Mac, who else?
Like Karen Lee. Everybody knows Karen
what's
Lee.
the guy's name?
Are these black guys?
No.
No, he's a white, big, bald white dude. Who's the big James Dean? That's like a big.
Oh,
he's a
the little
famous
creep that raped all those girls
Oh, did he?
allegedly.
Did it? Oh, sorry.
No, I don't know that.
No, he was. Go ahead, say.
Oh, Johnny
Sins.
Sins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, tattoos up and down. And all that narrows
Is
it
Johnny
down.
Sins still working? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know either.
I'm pretty dated. What about Randy West? You ever work with that guy? What
Wait,
did
is
I-
Randy West? What was his series?
Up and
Oh,
Comers.
up and comers.
Up
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Comers.
Ed
Oh
Powers.
my
Ooh, Ed
god.
Yeah,
Powers.
Yes.
Ed Powers,
Ed
Dirty
Powers.
Debutantes, another good
Oh
one.
my
You ever
God.
dirty debutante?
Yeah.
He fucked with his black socks on.
What was the guy?
Go ahead,
The really trashy guy that did all the.
John Stagliano.
No, he was like make the girls throw up and everything.
Oh, Max
Oh, I don't know.
Hardcore.
Oh, Max
Yes.
Hardcore. He's still
I'm
around.
not familiar with
No,
his
he's in
oeuvre.
jail.
Oh, is he?
Is
Yes.
he really?
He must have
Oh, he
gotten
got
out.
out.
Laney, I didn't
Yeah,
know you were on his
Max
Christmas card
fucking
list, Laney.
Hardcore.
Laney's like, don't worry, Max is out.
She puts money on his commissary every month.
He's got a couple of Airbnbs in Spokane, Washington. He's doing very well.
Max Hardcore.
Max
Yeah.
Hardcore.
We're dating ourselves.
There used to be a famous porn karaoke party in the Valley. And I used to go to that periodically. And I remember going there one time, and Max Hardcore pulls up in like a 1998 like yellow Corvette. And he had this fucking cowboy hat and a jacket that said Max Hardcore on the back.
Wow.
I was like, boy, I wonder if he really wants everyone to know that he's Max Hardcore. He's a, you know who is?
Was his license plate hardcore?
It was something.
too?
It was like H.
Probably.
Yeah, it was like H core, right? Yeah. And that's one of those guys where you're like, what do you go? I really love your work. You're like, hey, I love when you remember that time you fucked a girl and you shoved her head in the toilet and you actually shit in her asshole. That was really wild. How did you shit in her? Like what? It's like behind the actor's studio or something. How did you shit in her asshole? But the funny thing is, like, I actually work with Ron Jeremy.
I have a Ron Jeremy experience.
Tell us.
And
The RJE.
nothing too drastic.
He's
So
in fucking jail,
he's
so
in
you
fucking
can
jail.
yeah.
So I was working at the catwalk.
Okay.
And you know, he was like a feature entertainer. He was doing like stand-up comedy
He's
or
awful.
something.
Sure.
He's
Right?
like, it's Borscht Belt. It's horrible.
Right. So he was there.
He's like a fat Jeffrey Gurian.
Yeah. And he kept asking me, like,
Oh,
would I come to his hotel afterwards so
Sure.
he can take Polaroids of
Oh
me?
no!
Right? Yeah.
wow,
so-
that was Dahmer's line, I think.
So
I
wait a
want
minute.
to take some pictures.
He wasn't
100
want
bucks?
to take pictures,
Want-
right?
I
So
wanna
all
make
night, I'm like, it's Ron
$100?
Jeremy. I'm like, yeah. You know, yeah, whatever. I'm fucking coked up. I'm not fucking going there. So,
Right.
so obviously I blew him off. He went through the fucking Rolodex at the strip club office,
Okay.
got my cell phone
Oh,
number,
wow.
and literally harassed me. This motherfucker, you're back in LA. It's 2 weeks later. You're still
Wow.
prank calling me a flake, this and that. You're in fucking LA. You're Ron Jeremy. Like, what
Well,
are you doing?
Number one, he's Ron Jeremy, so it's not. You said that like he's Rock Hudson before it all went down, but I'm saying
I
like,
mean-
yeah, he's a total weirdo.
Yeah, 2
wow.
weeks later, you're still prank calling.
What, like, were they silly prank call? Like, is your
no,
refrigerator
calling
running?
me like still calling me a flake. Blah blah
Oh.
blah.
I don't know that I would
What?
consider that a prank. That's
Well,
just more-
whatever. Fucking
Or he's
harassing
like,
me.
harassing.
Harassing.
Yeah,
me.
Hi, this is Donald Duckman, Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse.
Not prank calling me.
Yeah.
But
I'd
he
call
would like
that-
call and hang up and dumb shit like
oh my
that.
god!
Like,
So he's like
Wow.
a 12-year-old boy.
yeah,
Yeah.
fucking weird.
It's funny because when I did this, the first thing I ever did was this Tara Patrick thing, and it was Tara Patrick's porn star pool party. You can fucking find it in 2 seconds. And you know, on the Oscar list, I did a big. So Brian, when you work with that Tara, so but the whole premise was we had it was like a big pool party, and Tara wasn't there, and we had these little people, these two little guys called Oil Babies, because Evan, her husband. I was like on the phone with him, and we were doing a conference call because my agency represented Tara, and he was like, yeah, he was from Gravesend, which is in Brooklyn, and I'm from New York. And so we were kind of talking New York. And
Yeah.
one thing about LA is people that are from New York that live in LA, if they tend to like, you know, it's like if you're from New York, all of a sudden everyone's like best buddies now. Like, hey, what's your favorite
Of
fucking
course.
pizza?
Yeah,
place?
yeah.
I looked over here now.
It's
so
the water.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. You like the brajol tonight? So we're talking, and then so he was like, yeah, it's gonna be. He's like, Tara. He's like, all right. So he's like, Tara wants to do like a pay-per-view video thing, but she doesn't want to be in it, and I want to have midgets in it. And I was like, all right, well, let's figure this out.
Quite a
for a
list
minute.
of demands.
Yeah, Tara doesn't want to be in it.
Right.
So, but you want to have? I'm like, are the little people, because you can't call them midgets. Come on. I said,
Back
well,
then you probably could.
Yeah, you probably could. Yeah, I
Back
think that's
then,
only
no,
like
no.
a couple
this wasn't
years.
1975.
No, but I
mean,
think little people is just like maybe 5-6 years. Or
Yeah.
something.
No,
maybe
you-
10.
maybe 10.
Maybe 10.
I think midgets. I think they've grown more of a interest in there. And
Dwarf. I think you could still say that.
how can you call him a dwarf? To
Well,
me,
I
that's
think
the
it's
most insulting
actually-
thing in the
I know.
world.
I think
I agree.
because it's actually called dwarfism. Is
I
the,
know. Oh, right,
the
right.
thing. So
Be like, I'm not. I don't know Snow White. Don't call me a dwarf. Call me
Right.
a midget. I'm a
I
midget.
mean, midget. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Hi ho, hi ho. Oh, Snow White. Don't go and eat the apple, you fucking cunt. Wow, geez, he's drunk. Robbie's a mean drunk. But anyway, so he goes. So I said, listen, why don't we do this? Because I'm very quick on my feet. I said, you don't want to have. I said, why don't we have the little guys? Okay, they're going to be oil babies. Okay, and they're in charge of running Tara Patrick's mansion. Okay, and Tara's going to go out of town for some reason, so we're going to get her at the very top of the thing. She's going to go, oh, I got a call from Hefner, whatever the fuck. And I can't be your oil babies. Make sure you're good. No, don't have a big porn party. And then they cut sex. And we're gonna do a Brady Bunch thing with the guys calling the girls, hey mama, 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 hey mama, mama. And there used to be a guy named Beecher's Comedy Madhouse, and we got two of the little people from him.
Is Beecher still around?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, so and everyone was like, "That's fucking awesome." I was like, "Dude, that's why I went to New York University. I'm a genius." So then at the very end of it, he said, I said, "We're gonna need somebody to break up the party." So he goes, "Why don't we hire somebody's idea? Maybe it's mine, maybe it's his. Who cares?" But Ron Jeremy will play the cop to break up the party.
Of course.
So I, all right, well, he's not, of course, I'm like, not naked. No, just come in. So, all right. So we bought like an extra large cop suit, like one of those Keystone Cops type of thing. And then he shows up and he pulls up in a fucking like a Honda Accord with cloth seats, his little wheelie bag. He's an old man, he's an old Jewish guy. You know what I mean? And balding hair with dyed hair. Hello, sorry, I'm like the 405 was a nightmare. And he pulls up and then he comes in and there was this girl that I was very nice girl. She actually did. This used to be the National Lampoon podcast, and she did the show out there. She ended up blowing my producer, so better get busy. All right, and Lainey, could you go get me a pack of Newports, please?
Right, I'm gonna need to
Thanks,
borrow
honey. You're a treasure.
I'm gonna need about $1,500.
Yeah, exactly. And go to the ATM, right.
Yeah, is there an ATM close by?
Do you take Bitcoin? Because it's a bit of small penis. So we go. So he shows up, and so we're in that. And usually, when you rent porn houses, which you can probably attest to, you rent the house. You don't get the whole house. Like you don't get bedrooms.
Yeah.
That's why people fuck in the living room and the stairs, and they're common areas. So I come in the living room. We rented this huge house with this crazy grotto in the backyard with a fucking slide and everything. This gay guy owned the house, and actually, I walked in the house when we first got there, and there were like dildo statues and all this gay shit everywhere. And I was like, all right, this is kind of awkward, but like, can you take one of your bedrooms that we're not going to be using and just put all the gay shit in there, please?
One
like,
stipulation was no straight sex, no vaginal.
I'm like, this is going to be awkward.
That's all I asked. Right.
So we put, he goes, he's like, no problem. That the anal beads? I'm like, yeah, put those in the room, please. By the way, top rack of the dishwasher, maybe they look like they could use the rinse. So we go, and he puts all the stuff away, and then all of a sudden, I come in the house a minute later, and Ron Jeremy is in his like old man boxers and black shorts, and he's fingering one of the girls, and pussy juice is just squirting out of her pussy all over the place. And like he was, and he had her by the
getting warmed up.
He was like,
wow.
Well, it was like a thing. He was like, that porn thing where you're like, yeah, you like that, you fucking,
Sure.
And he's like working her pussy, and there's this fucking just squirting pussy juice. All I can think about is like, we're gonna lose our deposit. Like this gay guy's gonna.
You're not even rolling on this.
I know.
Right.
It was like
extracurricular,
right?
Behind the scenes, right? Exactly. So I come in and
invoice,
and of course I talked to
Ron.
Ron.
Squirting.
It's like I've known him for 30 years. Right. I was like, RJ, can you please do that in the garage or something? You're getting pussy juice all over everything. And so then at the very end of the shoot, because there's a big grotto, there's like a porn thing. So I told Ron, there's a little X for the mark. I said, Ron, you're going to walk into the scene. You're going to stop at this X. And you're going to go, what are all of you girls doing in here? You're not supposed to be having a party. Tara Patrick, she's out of town. We've got lots of complaints. And then all of the girls are going to grab you and pull you into the grotto. You're going to go into the water in the hot tub. You're going to come out. We're going to have a camera right there. You're going to go, this was Tara Patrick. And you're going to end the whole thing with you wet in your cop outfit. Okay. Perfect. That's what we're all doing. Okay. But we only have one outfit. So this is a one take. This is our Death Star. Right. Okay. We only get one of these. We don't have to, I'm not going back to Party City. All right. You know how hard it was to find an XXXL cop suit. Right. And and he's kind of like, this kid, I got it. Like, I'm a fucking Ron Jeremy. Right, don't worry about it. So now we got the whole thing set up. There's lights, Perkins, everywhere. It's all set up. I'm behind the thing. I got a monitor. I go, okay, well, Ron, we're ready, girls. And everyone's doing their dildo stuff and eating each other's pussies. And there's like two midgets in the corner. I'm like, little guys, play with your nipples. They're like, actually, it's a pretty great movie, really. And then so Ron Jeremy comes in. And what does he do? He decides he's going to have like an old school Irish brogue. He goes, oh, saints be praised. What am I seeing here in Tara Patrick? Oh, I can't even see. What? I said, cut. I said, Ron. Love the energy. I said, but I can't even understand you. I said, he goes, I'm doing an Irish brogue. I said, okay, listen. I said, Shakespeare, listen to me. I said, I love what you did. I said, but you have such a great speaking voice. I'm just making this up. I said, can you just come in and give us your famous Ron Jeremy cadence? Yeah. And he's like, oh, like I'm the asshole. So like I dared direct the great Ron Jeremy. So he comes in, he does it, and we get the shot, and that was it. And then, but then like, years later, just about 4 years ago, this girlfriend of mine, she's living in a building on Hollywood Hills, and she goes, you know who lives underneath me? I go, no. She goes, you used to do porn. I'm like, yeah. She goes, Ron Jeremy. I said, shut up. So same kind of thing, though. He would like call her and want to like, fuck and everything.
Yeah.
And Lainey, you ever fuck Ron Jeremy?
No.
All right. Thank you. All right. that was the most uninspired no I've ever. Your eyes, I know what your mouth says. Yeah. So now when you go down, how many days will you do the scene down in Florida?
Oh, it's fast. One day.
So you just fly down there, do it, and come back.
Well, yeah. I'm going to stay for a little while because I'll probably shoot content.
Okay.
But yeah.
For your OnlyFans.
For my OnlyFans.
All right. Now, can we talk about that? And then do we have you for another? How much longer do we have you?
Ask Laney.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay.
Let's
sweetheart,
switch over to the Patreon.
Okay. Let's do. Jen, let's do your plugs, Bunny Rabbit.
Oh,
so,
hi.
how do we find you on social media?
We find me at my Twitter is
We love Jenna Love. We love Jenna Love.
There you go. We love
It's
Jenna
right
Love.
on the screen below.
It's on the screen.
It's already on the
So-
screen.
It's right here. Okay.
Now, what about if I want to have sex with you and I have lots of money? What's your website?
That is msjennalove.com.
Okay.
All right.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What is forgive me, what if I come to Connecticut?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I meet you in a hotel room?
Yep.
Can I get away for under $1,000? Probably, right? 800
Yeah.
bucks?
Yep.
Oh, good. Okay, great.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have financing?
Right. What about
You
yes.
go, she's like, let me check. She goes behind a
Right.
blue site, talks to the manager.
What's your social? Let's run your numbers. Okay, good. So I can go on your website and then I can book time. Now, what
Look
if?
at that?
But I
Love
can
it.
also have you fly into town. You'll
Yes.
come stay with me for a weekend.
Fly me to you.
You have those 2 dogs you talk about. Do you have to bring those dogs?
No. They go to they go to
They
the dog
watch.
sitter.
Okay, they go to a dog. We have this whole
That's
thing.
added into the price, though. Believe me.
You roll it into the price? Really? Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, you think
Sure.
I'm paying for my own dog?
Yeah,
food?
that's like a line
It's all
item.
baked in, baby.
You're like, what is this? What, kennel? You're like, yeah, that's right. I put you in a kennel.
Oh.
Okay. A howling good time.
Is that extra?
Uh-huh. All right. Well, listen, thank you very much. And listen, if you're not on Patreon, come back. Patreon's going to get weird.
Patreon.com.
Can we get a little naked on the Patreon?
Yeah, we can get a
Oh,
lot naked.
we're going to get a lot naked.
Whoa,
Okay.
Okay.
We're coming back.
If it's on YouTube, we'll have to pixel it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
fans. We're coming back now.
Yeah.